Welcome to your IELTS listening practice from Spinta.org. This is a mini test designed to help you practice a specific section of the exam and improve your confidence. The recording will be played one time only, just like in the official test. Let's begin.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we'll delve deep into a critical environmental issue that not only impacts ecosystems, but also agriculture and food security worldwide. The phenomenon we will be focusing on is known as colony collapse disorder, or CCD. This term describes a disturbing trend where bees, predominantly honeybees, suddenly disappear from their hives. By understanding CCD, we can better grasp the implications of declining bee populations and the subsequent effects on agricultural practices. To begin with, let's examine the underlying causes of colony collapse disorder. Numerous studies have identified several contributing factors leading to the baffling phenomenon we observe today. Number 1 on our list is pesticides, specifically a class of pesticides known as neonicotinoids. These chemical agents, widely used in agriculture for pest control, have been linked to severe impacts on bee health. Research indicates that exposure to neonicotinoids can impair the foraging abilities of bees, ultimately contributing to their decline. In addition to pesticides, another significant factor contributing to CCD is nutrition. Bees require a balanced diet to thrive, which is primarily comprised of nectar and pollen from various flowering plants. However, intensification of agriculture has led to a reduction in the diversity of plants available to bees. This drop in floral diversity can deplete the nutritional resources that bees require for health and successful hive maintenance. Furthermore, we cannot ignore the role of habitat loss in the decline of bee populations. Urban development, agricultural expansion, and land use changes have significantly reduced the natural habitats crucial for bee survival. When bees lose access to their native environments, their populations can become vulnerable, increasing the likelihood of colony collapse disorder. Another pressing concern is climate change. Shifts in climate patterns can disrupt the availability of flowering plants, altering the timing of blooms and, subsequently, the foraging patterns of bees. Bees have evolved to synchronize their life cycles with those of the plants they rely on. Any disruption in this synchrony could compromise bee health and hive productivity. Additionally, it's important to consider the health of specific bee species. Not all bees experience the same vulnerabilities, as honeybees, for instance, are more susceptible to CCD than other solitary bee species. In-depth studies have shown that colony health is contingent on a variety of factors, including genetics and environmental stressors, which can significantly affect their resilience to diseases. The signs of colony collapse disorder are profound and alarming. Entire colonies can vanish without a trace, leaving behind a queen, food stores, and immature bees. This presents a pressing concern for agricultural productivity. Since bees are vital pollinators, their sudden decline can destabilize crop yields. It is estimated that approximately 1/3 of the food we consume depends on bee pollination. Therefore, farmers are becoming increasingly concerned with the implications of declining bee populations. Moving on, let's consider the agricultural impacts of colony collapse disorder. The implications extend beyond just honey production. The absence of bees can greatly influence the availability and quality of various fruits, vegetables, and nuts. Almonds, for instance, are entirely dependent on honeybee pollination. An insufficient bee population can drastically reduce the production of these critical crops. Moreover, the economic ramifications of such declines in bee populations are staggering. A decrease in bee health directly affects crop yields, which can lead to increased prices for consumers. Farmers must often resort to alternative methods of pollination, which can involve additional costs and labor. Some farmers have begun to adopt more sustainable practices, such as integrated pest management, which reduces the dependence on chemical inputs and promotes biodiversity in their fields. By encouraging diverse flora, farmers can bolster the nutritional resources available to bees, thus mitigating some effects of colony collapse disorder. In conclusion, the colony collapse disorder presents a multifaceted challenge that requires collective action. addressing the various aspects contributing to bee decline, such as the use of harmful pesticides, nutritional deficits, habitat loss, and climate change, is crucial. Each of us plays a role in bee conservation, whether it's through policy advocacy, sustainable agricultural practices, or simply planting bee-friendly gardens. By examining the interconnectedness of bee health and agricultural sustainability, we can work toward solutions that benefit not only bee populations but also our food systems at large. Thank you for your attention today. I hope this discussion inspires further interest and action in protecting these vital pollinators.
You have now completed the practice test. When you are ready for a full exam experience, visit us at Spinta.org. There you will find complete mock tests for all 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Our platform provides instant AI feedback for your speaking and writing tasks, along with an accurate prediction of your band score. Take control of your preparation at Spinta.org.